Hello everyone, welcome back to IT Samurai Teacher. My name is Shihabdul. Today I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu Server on your Raspberry Pi 5. This video all about how to install Ubuntu Server on the Raspberry Pi 5. If you want to know how to configure the NVMe drive, please go check on my previous videos. So let's jump in. Okay, now I'm in ubuntu.com. You can see ubuntu.com, and now we need to download the image file for Raspberry Pi 5. So you go to the products on the left side of the top. You can see desktop, Ubuntu Server, the bunch of stuff. So normally we need to do is click this Ubuntu Server, Scalable Linux for the Cloud. Click that option. There's a way you can poke around, but I'm going to use the method I can see in here. So under that, we can see in the server version in here Ubuntu/server and download Ubuntu Server, the green button. Now when you click that button, it's not going to download. You have another option to select. So we're going to install Ubuntu 24.04 LTS, but don't this version. We need to find the ARM version, because ARM version for the Raspberry Pi 5. So now Ubuntu Server for ARM and Ubuntu Server. Just make sure that. Okay. Now download 24.04 LTS. Probably once you watching this video, probably it may way up. So that's my new version. So now just hit that button. It's going to download the file. Now this is the how you download from the ubuntu.com from the website the custom image. Now let's jump into the Raspberry Pi image, and how I'm going to show you how to install via the automated method. Okay, now I open the Raspberry Pi imager. What you need to do here is in the Raspberry Pi device, choose the Raspberry Pi 5 operating system. I'm going to use general purposes. So under general purposes, you can see Ubuntu. Click that, and there's a bunch of options. So this is a desktop version, Ubuntu Server version, core version. So I'm going to cover all these three on a different video. So this video I'm going to cover Ubuntu Server. Just click this and then choose storage. And after that, once you click next, it's going to download and it's going to install. You don't do anything of this. Okay, just hit no. Would you like to apply OS customization? I'm not going to apply the OS customization settings. So just click no and install pure clean files. Okay, just hit no, and after all accessing data on the this is my SD card name will be erased. Are you sure to continue? So make sure you don't have any important files there. So just hit yes. So now what happened, it's going to format your SD card and going to download the Ubuntu Server version from the internet, and it's going to install. So this is depend on your internet and stuff, so it's going to be slow. Once you download the custom image, I'm going to show you the next option how to install with the custom image. So I'm going to click cancel, and I'm going to show you the custom image version. So now think that you already download the custom image, right? So from Raspberry Pi 5, choose the operating system from here, use custom, click that one, and after that you can see Ubuntu. This is the one, Ubuntu 24.04 pre-installed server. So you can see 1.3 GB file, and click that one, and after that just choose the storage, and after that hit next button. I'm going to say customer, I say no, click no, and it's going to erase everything. So now it's going to install from the custom image you download. It's going to be fast, believe me, it's going to be fast. But probably if you have good internet, it doesn't matter, it will do whatever the options you choose. Okay, let's jump into the Raspberry Pi 5. After I'm going to, once it's done, I'm going to take the SD card, put it into my Raspberry Pi 5 and boot it up, and see you on that option. Okay guys, now when you boot it up, you will ask you to enter username password. So the default username is Ubuntu, okay, and the password also Ubuntu. Okay, so because I already did that, because I couldn't record because I was in a different terminal, so that's why I couldn't record. But when you see boot it up first time, it will ask you to enter username, so type Ubuntu and the password also the same, Ubuntu. Okay, and after that it will tell you to reset your password, so change the password, whatever the password you want. After that you will see a terminal like this. Okay, so the username should be Ubuntu. So now I changed already, so I'm going to not going to tell you how to change it and everything, but hopefully you know how to change your username. But it's okay. We was the first step is to install the server on our Raspberry Pi 5. Now once you install username, password, Ubuntu, and reset your password, you will be get a clear picture your terminal. Now once you enter to the terminal, you don't have internet, right? So you cannot run sudo update or upgrade anything. So now you need to connect to a Wi-Fi. Now first of all, what we need to do here is we need to install Wi-Fi. I mean, we need to connect to the Wi-Fi. Now if Ubuntu Server is not connected to the internet and you cannot use sudo apt update, you can still set up a Wi-Fi manually using WPA supplicant. Here's how to do it. First, identify a Wi-Fi interface by running IP link. Now we can see few options here. You can see hello, loopback, ETH. I'm not going to use ETH because this is the cable, Ethernet cables. You can see down. You will see WLAN 0. Okay, now you can see I'm up because I already connected to the Wi-Fi. So I'm going to show you how to do that. For your case, you will probably down this connection. WLAN 0 is down. So now make sure, so this is your WLAN 0, okay, the interface. Now we need to create a configuration file for WPA supplicant. What we need to do is we're going to type sudo nano etc WPA underscore supplicant WPA supplicant.conf file. So this is the file we're going to edit. Okay, quick fix. I typed without this slash from before the etc, so make sure you type the slash like this, sudo nano /etc /wp underscore supplicant /wp underscore supplicant.config. So this is the config files we're going to edit to connect to our Wi-Fi. Now once you type like this, just hit enter. Now you will see a blank because I already entered this. So you will first time you will see a blank. So type this. So you can say ctrl underscore interface directory /vr /run /wpa underscore supplicant group netdev, and we're going to say update config 1 country US. You can change whatever the country you have, so change it to your network, which country you're in. And after that you can see in here network, this is our SSID we're going to connect. So for me, my network ID is IT Samurai Teacher. So this is my Wi-Fi name, and the Wi-Fi password I'm going to enter here. So my Wi-Fi password is Samurai 2024. So this is my Wi-Fi password. So I tell Samurai Teacher is my SSID, and passkey is the password for my Wi-Fi. Now you can end after that, once you're done, close the bracket. Once you're done, just press Ctrl and press X. So when you click Ctrl press X, you get a message says save modified buffer. You need to enter Y. So when you enter Y, the file name to write. So you will get a file name like this. Just make sure don't change anything, just hit enter. So now the file is saved. Again, let's go back again and see if you want to clarify. See, you can see my SSID and the passkey, everything good, looks good. So that's mean the file is saved like that. So I'm going to click Control X to exit for the next step. Okay, next what we need to do is restart the supplicant. So we're going to I'm going to copy my code because so it's easy for me. So I'm going to type sudo wp supplicant dash piwlan 0. This is our interface, etc the path to the configuration file. So now what happened is we're going to restart wsupplicant service to apply the new configuration file. So just hit enter. Okay, so you can see I already run this. So you can see so everything looks good. We did it says mesh already configured. Okay, so everything looks good. Probably when you run the first time it will do something and tell you seems like everything looks perfect. Now the other thing is, normally whatever you do is not going to connect. I mean, it's going to connect. You can run sudo apt update, but once you reboot your server it will lose the connection because the DHCP is not installed the server. So what we need to do here, we need to type get a DHCP IP address for your interface. We're going to type sudo DHCPCD WLAN 0. Okay, so you can say sending commands to DHCP process, so you will get a IP address. So if you don't have IP address, this will give you IP address to your DHCP IP address, so that you can connect to the Wi-Fi. So for that, if you want to see obtain IP address that connect to the internet, you just type IP-/a. So in here you will see the IP address you got. So you will see the IP address you got from the DHCP. Now if you want to check if you connect to the internet, you type ping c, I'm going to say only for google.com. so it will give you 4 packets. Okay, so I put 4 packets, so I successfully connected to the internet. So now you can run sudo apt update. Okay, so before we go into the next step, we need to run sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade command. So now you updating your server because you have internet and everything. Now make sure you don't reboot your server, because once you reboot it will disconnect, because sometimes your server doesn't come with DHCP services. So now we need to install the DHCP services. Okay, so sometimes I gave you instructions before that, but just in case if when you get if you don't get IP address, then use this method first, then after that you try again to get the IP address. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to enable the service. Okay, so we need to install and enable the service for the get the IP address. So sudo apt get install DHCP cd5. Okay, so we're going to install the DHCP. It says it's already newest version. Sometimes your machine doesn't come with one, so it's going to install. So that's a good thing. We're going to install. So after that we're going to type sudo systemctl status DHCPCD. Okay, so we just run the status of this, so it's installed. Okay, probably you will get a different messages. That's mean it didn't enable or something. So I'm going to enable now. I'm going to do sudo systemctl enable dhcpcd. Okay, so we enable the dhcpcd. Now I'm going to start this sudo systemctl start dhcpcd. I'm going to start it. After that, just type sudo reboot. This is the last option you need to do, reboot your server. So I'm not going to reboot your server, so I'm going to keep that. Just think that I already reboot and we came back again. Okay, now after that, once you reboot, make sure you just ping google.com and see you have access to the internet. Sometimes you don't get IP address, so you don't connect to the internet, so make sure you run the services as I show you in the previous. Okay, so if you want to stop, Control-C to stop the pinging. Now if DNS resolution is failing, okay, now sometimes when you try to ping, the public DNS server is going to fail. So you don't see a ping like this. You don't get a ping like this. That means you have a DNS resolutions issue. For that, what we need to do here is we type sudo nano etc solve.conf. Okay, so in here we going to add this stuff. Yeah, let me go back again, just exit this. I'm going to type sudo nano etc resolv.conf. yeah, so what you need to do here is you can type name servers. So you can see in here we have some name servers in here, search. But just in case if you have any issues, DNS issues, you cannot ping, put the public name server. So just type name server like this and type .8.8 and name server 8.8.4.4. so like this, and just click exit and Y and save it. So then after that, just you need to apply. So after this you need to apply the config. So sudo netplan apply. So it's going to apply all the configurations. Okay, now the next thing you need to do here is make changes persistent across the reboot. So if you do a reboot, then it will again you're going to lose all the connections. I'm going to give you a different scenario, that just in case if you have issues, like after do this, after reboot you will get an issue again. So what we need to do, make sure the changes persistent across reboots. Okay, so for that, why we need to edit a file. So we type we're going to sudo we're going to use mk directory -p etc system d solved.conf.d/. so we create a directory, and after that we start sudo nano etc system d resolved.conf.d DNS servers conf. So we need to add this line DNS. You can see 8888 and 88.444. So it's 2 DNS we need to enter here. After that, save it and exit, and after that we need to do here is we're going to do sudo systemctl restart systemd solve. So Once you do this, your internet should be fine. You can type IPA, and we're going to ping c for google.com like this, so you can see the ping. So the steps I gave you, once you configure the Wi-Fi and GCP, get IP address, when you do a reboot, probably you have an issue like DNS issues. Okay, I'm going to give you some scenarios that if you encounter those kind of stuff, just follow my guidelines, like put the DNS address, public DNS address, you should be fine. After reboot, your machine will be fine. You can connect, you can ping, and you can do whatever you want in the server. So this is the basic one, how you up and running on your Raspberry Pi 5 the Ubuntu server. Next video I'm going to install Nextcloud on this, so I'm going to show again everything and show you how to install the Nextcloud. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you.